My children, today we honor an icon of horror in books. You know, those things that are kind of like comics, but there are too many words and not enough pictures. Today, we talk about Edgar Allan Poe. Like yesterday's tale featuring a very fictionalized version of H.P. Lovecraft, today we have a very fictionalized version of the good Mr. Poe. While it contains many references to the works of Poe, in some ways acting as inspiration for the author's writings, the timeline is more than a little loose. It seems to take place not too long after the death of his wife Virginia in 1847. It implies he has not yet written The Raven, Pit and the Pendulum, The Mask of the Red Death, nor Fall of the House of Usher. What he has written, however, are his detective stories. The story begins with Poe in an asylum, placed there by his still-alive brother. Again, much liberty with the historical Poe, in the hopes that he can be cured of the mental ills that have befallen him since the death of his wife. However, he finds no rest here, since he keeps on seeing versions of dead people, as well as a raven that haunts him. His brother is a police constable who is called away to investigate the most recent in a series of murders, and Poe is dragged along. However, thanks to Poe's own investigative skills he picked up while creating the detective stories, he deduces several facts about the dead man that leads his brother to the actual facts about the case. Henry, Poe's brother, does not discourage the behavior, mostly because Poe admits that this is the first time since his wife's death where his thoughts are not preoccupied by his lost love. And Henry requires Poe for even more service, for when they track down the coins owned by the dead men, they are attacked by a supernatural being, a golem. The golem is commanded by a man looking like the Grim Reaper, but wearing red. The two continue their investigations and discover links to their old family acquaintances, the Ushers, and find out whatever happened to the 30 pieces of silver that Judas had been paid to betray Jesus. I will not spoil how things progress, but I will say that the story is delightful. You truly feel for the poor Poe, especially when he is tempted by the prospect of resurrecting his dead wife. Of course, there is always a cost for such things. Though personally, I don't know why you'd want to be living or dead. I'm undead, and I think I'm doing pretty well for myself. Look, I have a table and everything! What most fascinates me about this comic is that it makes me reevaluate the classic Poe tale of the Raven. There has, of course, been plenty of analysis about the poem and how it relates to Poe's own real-life troubles, but I'm not sure if it's ever been analyzed that, indeed, the narrator of the poem could have actually gotten rid of the Raven the whole time. How? Well, have you ever wondered why the raven in the titular poem refused to leave? What makes you think the bird was staying by its own choice? Just remember, the raven never leaves when it's ordered to leave, and why should any creature, especially talking birds, answer the questions of a man who is so preoccupied with the dead that he refuses to live his own life? I will not give you the answers, my children. You must read the book yourselves to find the answer, and take from it what you will. Oh, Edgar Allan Poe, may your bones rot a little more peacefully in their grave now that you are reunited with your love forevermore.